Welcome back to another edition of Lower Keys Living. Today, if you're looking for a place to take the whole family, including the dogs, for a nice day trip down here in the lower Florida Keys, then ride along with us out to one of our favorite sandbars with the entire family. And of course, stay tuned at the end to get details on how to enter our Dolphin Tournament giveaway, the Lower Keys Chamber of Commerce Dolphin Tournament. We have a free entry of $450 value that we're going to be giving away on May 16th, 2023. So stay tuned for those details. So here we are, one of our favorite sandbars out here in the lower Florida Keys. And this one is just massive. And of course, we always have one crew member that just isn't quite ready to get off the boat. But sooner or later, the excitement gives way, and she is in. And of course, once all the dogs are ashore, the chaos pursues. And our little Corgi can never contain himself. He is just as happy as could be to be out here on the beach. And who wouldn't be? Of course, all the dogs get plenty of run time in and exercise in here, which make sure you bring plenty of water with you. We bring a few gallons of water, keep a bucket of water always out and available for them while they're out here playing. That salt water will really dehydrate them. And keep an eye out. Some dogs like to drink that salt water, which will make them sick. Another tip is make sure you check the local tide charts for the location you want to go explore. And I would highly recommend always going out on a rising tide. That way, if you get yourself in a spot out here where you get stuck, you know the tide's coming in so you can get off. Otherwise, if you're out and the tide is still dropping and you're stuck, realize you're going to be there for a few hours before you head back in. And again, look at how beautiful the water is out here. And just in case you are wondering, these trips aren't all about the dogs. We bring our skim boards along with us. We'll bring footballs. We will bring volleyball courts. We bring paddles for our paddle sports. You can see we've got paddle courts sketched into the sand, and look how massive this sandbar is. And again, we are the only ones here. This is a Sunday morning, and it's like this all week long. Plenty of things to see in the water as well. Lots of these conchs, they just thrive out here. All types of other snails you'll see. We also see a lot of stingray out here. Lots of small baby sharks in the shallows. They use these areas for protection against some of the larger predator fish. Barracuda just love to eat those baby sharks. And if you've seen any of our other videos, you know that when our dogs get tired enough, they just head straight out to the boat without any prompting and let us know they're ready to go home. So here we are, all loaded back up, headed back in. This particular day, winds were blowing at 21, 23 knots, and we had about a foot and a half of chop on the water. One of the things I love about this Dolphin flatboat is the 20-degree dead rise on it cuts right through these waves. Gives us a nice smooth ride. You can see, end of the day, our dogs are worn out. They are going to enjoy napping the rest of the weekend, and I think we will too. Thanks again for coming along for the ride today. Hope you enjoyed this short visit. Stay tuned for details. We'll show you exactly where we were today at the end of this video. We'll see you next time on Lower Keys Living. So today we were out here in Turkey Basin, out on the Gulf of Mexico side of the Lower Keys, and this area is just rich with sandbars. The most popular out here being Marvin Key. This stretch in here, it's pretty well protected from winds in almost every direction, so this is probably the most popular area. We don't go here a lot because we love bringing the dogs out, and this stretch gets a lot of lot of traffic. If you've ever looked at other videos on there, you'll see just boats lined up side by side. That's this area. And as well as out here on calm days, you'll get a lot of boats anchored up in here. Really good time if you like the big party atmosphere. We tend to like to find secluded places where it's just our family, our friends coming out for a quiet afternoon, and our dogs can run it. I don't have to worry about our dogs bothering anybody else. Our dogs are super friendly. They will go talk to everybody. And not everybody is a fan of dogs. So we find places, especially when we have the dogs, that we are by ourselves. So today's video, we were out here on this sandbar for part of it, and we're over here for another part of it. Love both of these spots. Some are our favorites, but we also frequent this sandbar out in here. These two are almost identical. And some other great spots you'll find if you got a good flats boat, you can make your way up in here. This canal in here is fantastic, really well protected. Water's always flat, crystal clear. These, if you're coming in from the Gulf of Mexico, these channels are nice and deep, and this area, and this whole stretch are great for anchoring up and enjoying a sandbar. And if you want to get really secluded, you've got a flats boat or a really shallow draft boat, you can come on up in here. And this area is fantastic, nice and quiet. There's a couple of little beaches in here, but you'll more than likely be completely on your own back in there, but just a beautiful spot, just for a few ideas of places to go and sandbars to look for. But can almost guarantee if you want to find that party spot, you can find it. If you want to find a secluded place where you're by yourselves, opportunity to find that here as well. So get out, explore, and enjoy the lower Florida Keys. Thanks again, and we will see you next week.